Let's maul in the Central Committee. Let's cringe in the Central Committee. Let's bog in the Central Committee right now.
So this is Columbia University's School of International and Public Affairs. Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg could agree to run together in 2024 if Biden does not run again, giving the Democratic Party a very strong ticket that would seem like a natural continuation of Biden's first term. Now, when you see this, I think my first reaction was to absolutely lose my mind. My first reaction was to scream. Go like, what? And just like lose it. But then you watch and then you look at it. And I kind of have a different experience. I have a different experience for a second, chat. Like, everything just starts to be funny. You know? Like, up becomes down, black becomes white. And good becomes evil. It's just full on Joker mode. Full on Joker mode. When you look at this, understand that this is being posted by the official Twitter account of one of our leading academic institutions. And this is the perfect encapsulation of liberalism. If you were going to say, Mike, what is your perfect example of liberalism in action? It would be this post. Hyper elite posting something so completely batshit crazy. No one who doesn't make under $500,000 a year thinks this is a good, or is just some sort of like parasocially obsessed Democrat that's not even politics anymore. It's just like they're like a fan of the Beatles or something, could think this is a good idea. I think that if Kamala Harris and Pete Buttigieg ran against Donald Trump, he would win 40 states. At least. I can't imagine two candidates who would do worse. I can't imagine. I think that would be the bottom of the Democratic Party, right? Like they would absolutely. I almost want it to happen. Because it seems to me that the Republicans have cheated. The Republicans have maneuvered to the point where the Dems couldn't win even if they run a good candidate. They're not going to keep the House. Very unlikely they keep the Senate. I almost want this to happen so that the Democrats just get so utterly beaten, so completely crushed, that we could build something new from the ground up. Also, they are the two biggest examples of Democrats failing upwards. I mean, Pete Buttigieg is got to be one of the most media manufactured people of all time. I mean, like, I am not somebody who says CIA, 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 CIA all the time. However, in his case, I mean, it's got to be CIA, right? Like, it's got, like, I can't get it. I can't understand it. Like, he's a pod person. The DNC promised to help him in whatever election he wanted to run in after mayor, and he decided to run for president straight up. He got crushed running for treasurer in Indiana. He was the worst performing candidate statewide in Indiana. So he ran, I think it was 2014, right, chat? Or was it 2010? What year did Buttigieg run for treasurer? Also, treasurer. It shows you how he was so, like, you do not, okay, it was 2010. You do not run for treasurer unless you are completely oriented towards Wall Street. Unless you're explicitly running an anti-Wall Street campaign. That is I want to make friends with every hedge fund manager and asset manager in the country because I am just pure evil, corrupt. These two have zero personality or stances they're willing to risk anything over. They're just shills that work for the highest bidder. So true. And he got destroyed. Look at what happened when Pete Buttigieg ran statewide in Indiana, a state that Obama had won 2 years earlier. Obama had won Indiana in 2008. Obama won it. Pete Buttigieg underperformed Obama. 15 points. I mean, he is so unlikable. It's such an electoral dud. I can't imagine. I mean, it's just breathtaking. It's breathtaking. I mean, Kamala Harris is at an all-time low in popularity. I mean, she's in the 20s. She's in the 20s in popularity. The 20s. In 1 year, less than 1 year into office, she's in the 20s. Yes, I remember when he ran for DNC chair and he got 1 vote for $500,000 for DNC chair. Hated by the right and lukewarm reception from the left. How is this a good ticket? I'm sorry for taking 10 minutes to just be in awe. Look at the retweets. Look at the comments. 442 likes. 3,000 quote retweets. This is incredible. This is incredible. Okay, chat. Did they lighten her skin? Did Colombia lighten her skin? Am I losing it? Okay, I'm gonna try and find a picture where she's in under light, so it's not like, you know, she's in a dark room or something. Colombia lightened her skin. She looks whiter than Pete. Or something happened here. You did say, what the hell are they? What is happening? This is Kamala Harris. I mean, it seems like something happened to me. But okay, whatever. I'm not going to go down this conspiracy route because it's weird. But this is a candidate the DNC really wants bad. Using the face app to blend faces. This is the strongest ticket the Dems can find for 2024. You know who that looks like? That looks like the governor of New York. The new governor of New York. Like, it literally does. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, this is the governor of New York. Oh my God. Chat, how do you get such a political genius as your Twitch streamer? Like, I have stuff on a level that you're not even on my level right now. Like, governor of New York. I mean, yeah, the nose is slightly different, you know, and they got, you know, the teeth, but it's like the same. It's like they even got the earrings and everything. Aaron Burnett. Huh. Aaron Burnett is pretty, though. That's for sure. The only other candidate with a similar media backing, support, and manufacturer consent to Buttigieg in recent memory is Hillary Clinton. The DNC and mainstream media are trying to make Buttigieg the DNC's new Clinton, a supremely unqualified milquetoast neolib with no charisma and little to no political experience with vague platitudes toward progress. I mean, I can't imagine a worse candidate. But yeah, okay, somebody said, okay. With Kamala Harris looking unelectable, the Democrats are considering the nuclear option. Whispers in Washington suggest Joe Biden's camp has a plan to find a more popular replacement ahead of the 2024 White House battle. Democrats desperately scrambling to find a potential successor to Joe Biden in 2024. So you know what they'll do, chat? They'll appoint her to the Supreme Court, and then they'll have Pete Buttigieg be vice president. They would do something like that. It would be... It would be so funny, but they would do that. So I'm not even rooting for this because it's not like they're going to pick someone like good. While the scenario is highly improbable, perhaps a reflection of a Washington rumor mill in overdrive, the fact that it's come up at all shows the depths of the predicament the Biden administration currently finds itself in amid rising inflation, a stalled domestic agenda, and foreign policy disasters. Polls are now regularly showing what foreign policy disasters? What is going on in foreign policy that's hurting Americans right now? Well, we're no longer doing ridiculous Afghan dipshittery. Like, what exactly? How is that a disaster? What's going on in Afghanistan that's a problem? They're ending the opioid trade. There's no more opioids for the CIA in Afghanistan? Is there any chance of Bernie making another run in 2024? No, it's going to be Biden, chat. I'll tell you what's going to happen. I'll tell you right now what's going to happen. Joe Biden is going to run for re-election. He's going to be coronated because that's the way it works. If there's an incumbent president, he runs for re-election. If there's a serious primary, he loses. Bernie's not going to do it. Bernie's just not going to do it. He's too fucking old. Bernie only wants to run if he had a chance of winning. And if Bernie tried to primary Joe Biden, the entire media would go after him so hard. I'm not trying to be doomer here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Patty Buttigieg. Hit me up. Oh no. Patty Buttigieg, hit me up. Oh no. If it's Biden versus anyone but Trump, the GOP wins. And if it is versus Trump again, it will be another nail biter. I think Trump just kicks his ass. I just think he kicks his ass hardcore. Am I crazy? Girl on the right is hot. Anyone know her name? Exactly. That's how I feel. Polls are now regularly showing Mr. Biden's approval rating below 40% when panic set in at the White House after a recent poll found Kamala Harris at an unelectable 28%. That is disastrous. Biden's unpopularity is second only to Trump. Oh my God, really, bro? Okay. Yeah, I'll start my free trial. Behind the scenes, a discussion of how Democrats could arrive at a third option for the next election are underway. Operatives are preparing for the possibility of a contested presidential primary in which other would-be nominees take on Mrs. Harris. Jesus. Chad, I'm sorry. This is... I can't pretend anymore. I can't pretend. I can't pretend that this is like, that I feel bad. I don't. It's funny now. I think my brain has like exceeded its feel bad quotient for like the last 5 years. And every time something tries to make me like, you know, anytime I'm like, oh, this is bad, I just laugh. I'm 90% Joker-fied now. I'm 90% Joker-fied. Midnight is approaching. This open letter from political scientists and scholars of democracy puts it starkly. Midnight. Couldn't happen to a worse country, honestly. If Congress fails to pass the Freedom to Vote Act, American democracy will be at critical risk. Not only could this failure undermine the minimum condition for electoral democracy, free and fair elections, but it would in turn likely result in an extended period of minority rule, which a majority of the country would reject as undemocratic and illegitimate. This would have grave consequences, not only for our democracy, but for political order, economic prosperity, and the national security of the United States as well. Defenders of democracy still have a slim window of opportunity to act, but time is ticking away and midnight is approaching. To lose our democracy but preserve the filibuster in its current form, in which a minority could block popular legislation without even having to hold the floor, would be a short-sighted mistake of historic proportions. That's just funny, man. That's just funny. That's not an if for Congress passing the Freedom to Vote Act. It's a when. What? Not going to pass shit. Not going to pass shit. We tried nothing and we're all out of ideas. Welcome to liberalism.